What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 8s to look at. The Air Jordan 8 Retro. Now this is the Bugs Bunny colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this sneaker does come in this all black box, and then up in the mid portion of the box lid, you do have that white Jordan Jumpman logo there. And then pretty much throughout the entire box, it is all black. Now going towards like the back portion here, right by where the the box lid is attached, you do have like this black gloss text here, and it does say premium crafted performance inspired by the greatest ever. Other than that, nothing really too much to note on this packaging at all. At the bottom of the box, it is all black, and you do have like some white text here. It does say Jumpman, and it does have like some Nike information, but that's pretty much it. So for those that do care about that, there you go. Now the box label on the sneaker does read Air Jordan 8 Retro. The colorway says white, black, and then true red. So when you do open the box, and it is like this swing lid situation here up underneath, like there really isn't like any stamps or branding or anything like that to note, but you are met with this white wax paper here, and up underneath that you are met with the actual sneaker itself. Air Jordan 8's excellent sneaker, one of my favorite silhouettes for the from the Jordan brand. But one thing that I would like to say about Air Jordan 8s, it's a comfortable shoe, but at the end of the day, like it is one of those sneakers because like with the straps and everything, this is kind of like a hard sneaker to throw on foot and then take off. And then also one thing that I did want to know, inside the box they did forget the Jordan 8s used to actually come with like these little inserts, like these cards, and it would actually have like some information regarding the shoe. It'll have like an image of the sneaker, and then of course like it'll have like Michael Jordan doing like certain poses. But overall, pretty solid sneaker, excellent quality. One thing that stands out with Air Jordan 8s is like the straps that go across like the front portion of the sneaker. Excellent quality. It is up to spec. One of my favorite colorways out of the Air Jordan silhouette. So yeah, man, I'm glad to have this one to feature on the channel for you guys today. But there you go, Air Jordan 8 Retro, Bugs Bunny. So let's take a look at the right sneaker first. And then for the most part, one thing that I do want to get out the way, the sneaker is pretty much composed of white leather going throughout the entire upper portion of the sneaker. You do have like some of these perforation going throughout the leather on the upper portion, like here, and then going up towards like the ankle portion of the sneaker. Perforated. It is one of those sneakers where it is like it doesn't provide like any extra insulation or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it's just like one of the things that they actually just did for like the design of the sneaker. Other than the white leather, you do have these hits of this gray suede going across like the ankle collar and the back heel, and you do have more of it going towards like the front portion by the toe box where the laces actually meet. But other than that, you do have like this decal here, and it does have these brush strokes here in red, gray, and then black. So there you go, take a closer look at that. And then you do have this black Velcro, this strap here, and it is black. And if you do look very close, you can see the Air Jordan branding or text there. And it does have like this red clip here, which is attached to like these white leather straps going across the front portion of the sneaker. And I'll dig into that once we switch gears over to the front portion of the sneaker. So other than the decal, you do have like this midsole here, and it does have like this hit of gray, and then it has like that hit of red right there in the middle. And then other than that, from up underneath, you do have this white rubber from showing up from up underneath. But that's pretty much it for the lateral side. Switching things over to the front portion of the sneaker. So the toe box area of the sneaker, it is composed of that all white leather. pretty much like there is like no mud guard situation, but you do have like, you know, these side panels here in this white leather stitching going pretty much throughout the entire sneaker. Then going towards the upper portion of the toe, you do have this hit of gray suede. They do have it surrounded by this white stitching. The sneaker does come with these flat white laces. Up underneath, you do have like, you know, this black mesh material for the tongue. And then again, the most iconic, you know, feature on this sneaker is the straps that do cross the front portion, and they are composed of like, you know, this smooth white leather. As far as like the quality, nothing too much to like, you know, to brag about, you know, pretty decent quality of leather. And they do have the number 23 there embossed. You do have another red clip here, and then, you know, that's attaching to like another Velcro on this side. Going up towards the tongue of the sneaker, you do have like, you know, this fuzzy material and this like, you know, circular design, and you do have like, you know, these hits of like red, light gray, and then dark gray here smack dead in the middle. You do have this blue stitch Jordan Jumpman logo, and it does have like, you know, the white stitching overlapping or, you know, outlining like the blue portion of the Jumpman logo. The back portion of the tongue doesn't really have anything. It's just like pretty much all black on the inside. Switching things over, going towards the medial side of the sneaker, pretty much what you'd expect from like, you know, any other Air Jordan 8. It is consistent with the lateral side. So you do have the black Velcro, you do have the Air Jordan text there, red clip here for like, you know, the white straps going across the front portion of the sneaker. More of that perforated white leather going toward the mid portion and a few other areas here. Other than that, the only thing that's to note is just like, you know, this gray suede. They do have like this plastic decal over on this side here with the brush strokes, and then you do have the gray, red, and white midsole, and that's pretty much it for the medial side of the sneaker. Switching things over, going towards the back portion of the sneaker, you are met with more of that black Velcro, and you do have like this gray suede ribbed out design here going towards like the back for the heel, and then you are met with more of that gray midsole and then the rubber showing up from up underneath. And then you do have like, you know, this pull tab. Now the pull tab on this sneaker does kind of remind me of like the Nike Huaraches, but yeah, man, I just feel like this is like one of those sneakers. It's a solid sneaker. It looks good, but at the end of the day, it's just like a very hard and difficult sneaker to put on feet. Going towards the bottom portion of the sneaker, you are met with more of those brush strokes, you know, here at the mid portion, and black, red, and then of course like, you know, white hits of gray going throughout the entire bottom portion. You are met with like, you know, the hits of white here and going towards the heel portion. But going towards like the toe, you do have this dark gray Jordan Jumpman logo there. And that's pretty much it for the right sneaker. Now the left sneaker, everything is pretty much consistent with the right, you know, as far as like, you know, the cuts of leather and everything. Everything is consistent with the left sneaker as it is to the right. Nothing really like too much to notate there. The only thing that I really didn't discuss was like the insole of the sneaker, and I'm not going to pull it out, but you can see that it is all black, and it does have the red Jordan Jumpman logo there on the insole. But yeah, man, pretty solid sneaker, man. If I was to actually rate this sneaker, I would actually go ahead and give this one a let's go with a 9 out of 10 on this one. There are just a few things that I wish, like I said, as far as like, you know, craftsmanship, the way the sneaker is made, I do love the design. It is one of my favorite silhouettes. Air Jordan 8s, for some reason, they don't really, you know, tend to retro these too much. So like, of course, like when I had the opportunity to get this in the collection again, I jumped on it. But yeah, man, excellent sneaker. I just feel like, again, it's just a very difficult sneaker to like, you know, take on and off. But as far as like comfort of the sneaker, very nice. Now, true enough, I do feel like the sneaker doesn't really fit true to size. It does fit like a little snug to me, so I would recommend going up like, you know, like half a size on this one, just so you can have a little bit more, you know, comfort you know, in the toe area. But other than that, like nothing really too much there to, you know, really like notate, other than everything that I've already like, you know, spotlighted for you guys. But again, man, excellent sneaker. But I want to take the time to thank the vendor who actually gifted me this sneaker to feature on the channel for you guys. I definitely encourage you guys to always stay engaged. I can be reached on all social media platforms. I can be reached on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a 360 like I always do, and then I'm gonna hit you with a B-roll. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So there you go, Air Jordan 8 Bugs Bunny. So there's the front of the sneaker. There's the lateral side of the right, the lateral side of the left. There's the bottom portion of the sneaker. And then there's the medial side. And then there's the rear. But I do thank you guys for taking the time to tune in like always. But until next time, see you later.